So Justin, I have kind of like maybe a personal request as someone who is a crypto native and in the ecosystem, and I want to see how this lands with you. So you were kind of laughing earlier about the 2018 a picture of your face where you have the world's largest decentralized ecosystem, and it's like
Yes.
Justin Sun's face, right? And
Yeah.
your
Yes.
comment was like, hey, I wouldn't do that again, and I
Yes.
would say that the flavor that many crypto natives have of Tron is just like hyper aggressive marketing, like
Yes.
skewing towards bombastic marketing. And when I
Yes.
like look at the traction that Tron has right now, which is like
Yes.
actual real traction in
Yes.
developing countries with peer-to-peer transactions, I'm kind of like, you don't need to do that, man. Like you don't
Yes.
need to do that anymore. And also like it's I
Yeah.
don't know if maybe the 30s you and the more kind of like the humble era Justin Sun would decide to do things differently. I'll tell you
Yes.
another experience that just David and myself had with Bankless is we wrote recently, one of our writers did at Bankless, a bull bear case for Tron. We write bull bear cases for like just about every
Everything, yeah.
ecosystem. Okay.
Yes.
And wouldn't
Yes.
you know it, we got a Telegram message from someone claiming to represent the Tron ecosystem, from someone claiming to be your lawyer, issuing a cease and desist, saying take the post down. Okay, and this doesn't sit well for a crypto media company that's just like,
Yes.
we're not going to take the post. We're just talking.
Not actually the whole post, just the bear side.
Yeah.
Just the bear side of the bull and
Okay,
bear
and so the
case.
context here is like we've seen aggressive marketing. The first time we actually write something about Tron, we get a cease and desist. That feels aggressive too. Like I'm just like, you don't need to do that. Do you have any thoughts here? Any comments here?
Yes, I can agree with you. I'm a crypto native founders, right? I know like what crypto um people thinks. I definitely know, trust me. But sometimes, things get a little bit complicated for like when like lawyer involved, I don't, sometimes I can't really like control like the legal team, like compliance team, like what they are doing, right? And also, for one of the example here is like, one of the reasons I won't ever doing this kind of the just in some the largest like crypto ecosystem, as again, it's also not only because image like reason, right? It's also because like legal like compliance like reasons. I can't do these kind of things anymore. But of course, right? I'm 32 now, and I don't need this kind of the advertise. This is probably like when you like 23, you are very into this kind of the idea. Yeah, but I definitely believe Tron will become more and more mature and humble in the future, because that's also how we position ourselves in all the like developing countries across the world.
Justin, I want to hang on this whole like cease and desist thing. Fortunately, Bankless is successful enough to the point where we can hire and manage our own lawyers. So we had our lawyers guiding us against your lawyers. But if a smaller, more independent content creator was interested in writing a critical piece about Tron, they might not be in that same kind of position. And so, are we the only ones that have gotten a cease and desist, or is this a practice that you know has also been applied elsewhere? And what would you? Can I get you to commit to not sending cease and desists to anyone about like smaller than Bankless, for example?
Or let's say if your legal team does it without your
Yes.
knowledge, can we surface it to you and just be like, hey, like, come on,
Like not these guys.
Trust me, I completely understand your points. Because I am the like one of the donors for Holdenau against Craig Wright on the lawsuit, and I was also one of the sponsor for remember when the Murphy brothers suing ZACH XBT. I'm also like one of the donors for that. And also, I'm also the one of the biggest donors for XMR when a lawsuit's going after him. So I definitely, I think in action, like really into this kind of the freedom of speech and also, of course, freedom of blockchain itself, right? So like it's decentralized eventually.
You know what, Justin? What one idea I have for you? I know in the past that there have been some like skeptics in the Ethereum community, right? And I think that you are like you've survived this long. You have traction on Tron. I almost see like the crypto native community kind of warming up to what you're doing, at least. And like this is kind of an opportunity for almost a redemption tour, I would say, in some ways for Justin Sun. And one thing that you could do, as long as you're in kind of like the donating spirit, the Protocol Guild is an organization in need of funds. Okay. Protocol Guild does fantastic things. They support Geth. They support the Ethereum ecosystem. I'm sure that they would be very pleased to have a donation from Tron and Justin Sun. And I'm not obligating you to that, of course. I'm just throwing it out as a suggestion. If you're talking about XRP and Craig Wright, that sort of thing, that would be a way to win Ethereum hearts and minds. You don't have to comment on that, but something to think about, I would say.
If you enjoyed all of that, then you'll absolutely love the Bankless newsletter. Join over 300,000 fellow readers, all for free. Click below to sign up.